Hello, my name is Shubham, and today I am here to present you my EDA capstone project on telecom churn analysis. So this is my individual project. This is the project summary. So telecom companies often struggle with customer churn, which refers to the number of customers who leave the company over a given period. In this project, we aim to analyze the churn rate of a telecom company and identify the factors that contribute to customer churn. So this is the problem statement. Orange SA, formerly France Telecom SA, is a French multinational telecommunication corporation. The Orange Telecom's churn dataset consists of clean customer activity data along with a churn label specifying whether a customer canceled the subscription. Explore and analyze the data to discover key factors responsible for customer churn and come up with the ways recommendations to ensure customer retention. So this is our business objective. So identifying the key cause of the customer churn and provide steps to retain the valuable customer. So let's begin. At first, we have to import the libraries. So in this project, we have used NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and Seaborn. Now we have to load the dataset. For that, we have to mount the drive. And after that, we have .csv file and we load that dataset. This is our dataset. And we have to view our dataset. So by .head method, we are able to see the top rows of our dataset. So these are the top 5 rows. And now by .shape method, we are able to see the how many rows and columns we have. So we have 3,333 rows with 20 columns. By .info method, we are able to see the data type of our columns. So we have 1 Boolean, 8 float, 8 integers, and 3 object data types in our columns. So by .duplicate method, we can see that how many duplicate elements we have. So we have 0 number of values which are duplicate, and same as by .isNull method, we are able to see the missing values or null values of our dataset. So we have 0 number of missing and null values in our dataset. After that, we plot a heat map. And here you can see these are the columns and these are the rows we have. And this doesn't shows us any is null values. All the color is same. And now the question is, what did we know about our dataset? So the given dataset is from telecom industry. This dataset consists of 3,333 rows and 20 columns of customer activity data as area code, plan details, call details, along with churn labels specifying whether the customer cancels the subscription. There is no missing and duplicate values in the dataset. So now understanding the variables. So by columns, we are able to see how many columns we have. So we have state, account length, area code, and all that. And by describe method, it is used to show the statistical description of our data set. So it will show us the count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, 25th, 50th, and 75th percentile. After that, the variables description. So for states, we have all 51 states. For account length, it is how long account has been active. For area code, the code number of area, and so on. Now we will check unique values for each variable. So for state, it's 51. For account length, it's 212. For area code, it's 3, and so on. Now it's time for data wrangling. So we have find that the customers are churning. Their numbers is 483. From the unique area code, the unique area codes are 3. So the number of customers with international plan activated are 323, and the number of customers with voicemail plan activated are 922. So this is the data for all 483 churned customers. Now, percentage of total customers churning. So from 3,333 customers, we have 14.49% churned customer rate. So for state-wise customer churning, as we can see, we have the states, the number of customer counts, the counts of customers, and the churned customers. So here, this is the state, and these are the number of churned customers in a particular state. So here we can see these are the all 51 states and the churn customers data from each state. Now account length wise churn data. So we have account length of 17,028. So here we can see, so the churned customers are 164. So this is the data for all 164 customers that are churned. Now area code wise churn percentage. So we have find that area code from 408, we have 14.5% customer churn rate. For area code 415, we have 14.25, and from 510, we have 14.88. So these are approximately same. Now we will find the area code wise churn count. So here from area code 408, we have 122 counts. From area 415, we have 236 counts. And from 510, we have 125 counts. And here the area code 415 has the maximum number of counts, which is 236. Now poor connectivity by intersection of states by area code. So from area code 408, we have these unique states. From 415, we have these, and from 510, we have these. Now assigning the list of state of each area. So we find the intersection by different areas. Code of churning gives us 38 poor connectivity states. Now percentage of customers with and without international plan churning to other networks. So those customers who have international plan and churned are 42%, and those who have international plan and didn't churn are 11%. So number of customers churning having international plan are 137, and number of customers churning having international plan are 346. So these customers have international plan and these didn't have international plan. Now percentage of people with and without voicemail plan churning to other networks. So number of customers churning having voicemail plan are 80, and number of customers churning not having voicemail plan are 403. So this is the percentage of both of them. Now combining data of international and voicemail plan. So here we find that number of customers churning having international and voicemail plan are 336, and those customers churning having no international plan and no voicemail plan are 302, and number of customers having international plan but no voicemail plan are 101, and those having no international plan but voicemail plan are 44. So for poor connectivity states, we find that this is the list of those poor connectivity states. Now percentage of people with the number of voicemail messages churning and not churning to other networks. So here we find the percentage of voicemail messages, and for day data, we have this. For day minutes, for day calls, and day charge, we find that. And for evening data, for percentage of evening minutes, evening calls, and evening charge, these are the average of minutes and calls those customers have given. True means these customers have churned, and false means these customers didn't churn. This is the average, or we can say mean of these minutes, calls, and charges. And same here for night data, we have got percentage of night minutes for night calls, for night charges. Here we can see these two are approximately same. And same as for international call data, we find for percentage for international minute, international call, and international charges. Here we can see these three are approximately also same. So now combining of day, evening, and night calls, minutes, and charges. So we find the number of unique service calls made are 10. And this is the list for customer service call data. So here, as we can see, those customers who call the customer service calls 9 times are 100% get churned. So what all manipulations we have done and what insights we have found now. So in data wrangling, the first thing we did is to find out how customers have churned and how many are not, and their rate. So we know that plotting charts will give us more visual representation. So from this, we got to know that there are approximately 14.5% customers are there would get churned. So we made a chart. Here we can see from area code 408, the churn rate is 3.66. From 415, it's 7.08. And for 510, it's 3.75. We also find the mean and median for day, evening, night, and international charges as we get above. So from area 415, we have the maximum number of churn rate, which is 7.08. So churn on basis of international plan. In this, we found out that those customers who has international plan in there and their churn rate is higher, almost 42.41% customers are churned. So here we also made for voicemail plan. Here we can see voicemail and international plan. Or those customers who has both voicemail and international plan are 36, who has voicemail plan but no international plan are 44. Those who have no voicemail plan but international plan are 101. But those customers who didn't have any voicemail plan nor international plan are 302. So from this table, we can say that those who are neither international plan nor having voicemail plan are churned higher, almost 62%. So now it's time for data visualization. So at first we made a visualization on dependent variable. So here we made a pie chart, which we can see here. The 85.5% customers didn't get churned and 14.5 customers get churned. And we can see if this in counts, like 85.5% means 2850, 2,850 customers didn't get churned, while 14.5% it means 483 customers get churned. So we pick this specific chart because pie charts are generally used to show proportions of a whole and are especially useful for displaying data. And the insights we found from this is the 2850 customers which are not get churned, which is 85.5%, while 483 customers are churned, which is 14.5%. So it looks like a small number, but once it was 1.45%, which has grown up to 14.5%. So immediate action should be taken. And now we will see the histogram and box plot for our data. Here we can see histogram. This histogram will give us the distribution for the data. As you can see, the data is normally distributed here. We have account length and count. So here we can also see the box plot. So this is the median, and this is the line for 25th percentile. This is 75th percentile. This is for minimum. This is for maximum. These lines are called whiskers, and these are some outliers we have. So we plot the triangle, green triangle here, which is the mean of the data. And now, so for the area code, we can say that its data type was integer, but here we can see there is a distribution plot and the box plot. It is not a continuous variable. It is a categorical variable. So for the total number of voicemail messages, we see that there is a huge spike in the zero because many customers have not opted for voicemail plans. So we have not used voicemail messages. That's the reason the data is normally distributed in this box. And box plot is also towards the left-hand side. And as you can see, for all rest of the columns, we can see that the data is normally distributed and there are some outliers also, but which we are not handling because we are not using any machine learning models for this data set. So we gain the insights like histogram and box plot cannot give us whole information regarding data. It's done just to see the distribution of the column data over the data set. Now for state versus average churn percentage. So first we will plot top 10 states which are churning the most. So we can see that the top 10 states having churn percentage more than 20%, which is shown here. Now we will take a look at the bottom page, which are performing very good, like the chart percentage is very low. So these are the different states. So these are the different states which we need to take a look at, like what are the reasons that these states have high churn percentage and what are the reasons that these states have low churn percentage, which we can implement in these 10 states. And now we will take a look at the account length with the churn. So first, we will divide the account length into 3 different categories. First is like 0 to 9, like single digit account length. Then we have the 2-digit from 10 to 99 and 3-digit from 100 to 999. So we see that there are 8.3% customers which have churned for the single account. So these are fairly new customers. They have not churned much because they have just opted the service. And now we will take a look at the 2-digit account length. The churn rate, which is 14%, and which is also same for the 3-digit account length here, which is 15%. So we will do a box plot for these account length. So we can say that the churn and not churn is also same. There are some outliers in both of the plots. So now the insights which we have found from the plots, we have written in this tabular format. All the values are written here and also the churn percentage. So as you can see, there is 0 for 0 to 9 for 1-digit account length. The churn percentage is 8.3. For 2-digit, it's 14%, and for 3-digit, it's 15%. And these are the counts. So here we can see from the above record, we can see that 2-digit account length customers are churning with number 225 and 3-digit account length customers are churning number of 256, which is quite high. Now we take a look at the international plan. So firstly, we plot a number of customers which have the international plan. And in the pie chart, you can see 9.7% have opted for international plan, which is very low. Here you can see percentage of customers churning on the basis of international plan. Here you can, so the no is that customers who have not taken the international plan, and churn percentage is 11.5. And the customers who have taken the international plan, the churn rate is 42.141%, which is very high. Now the average charges on the basis of international plan, we can see the charge is 2.75 for the non-international plan customers, and for the international plan customers, it is 2.87, which is very close to each other. So the minutes, so for average international minutes on the international plan, this is also similar, 10.16 without international plan and 10.70 for international plan. And yes, the insights found will definitely help for a positive business impact. Those who have international plan, they are paying some additional charge to get the plan, but the talk time values charged are the same as those customers having no international plan. So that might be great reason for more customers to churn which are having the international plan. Next, we will take a look at the voicemail plan. So first we will plot a distribution of voicemail customers. So we can see that there are 27.7% which have opted for voicemail plan. We will plot a percentage of customer churn on basis of voicemail plan. So we see that there are 8.68% customers who have churned which have the original plan, which is very low. Now through the insights, we have found from this voicemail client which can be considered partially. Now we'll take a look at the area code plot and the churn percentage. You can see that for all the 3 area codes, the churn percentage is also almost 14.56. So area does not play much role into the churning of customers. These are approximately same. Next, we will take a look at the overall calls. So first, we have all data set here. the average of the total day calls, minutes, and day charge of the churn. Now we will visualize the total day minutes and total day charges. So this is the scatter plot. In this horizontal axis, we can see the total day minutes, and this vertical axis we can see the total rate charges. It is linearly related to each other, and we can say that the orange points are the churns. So the more the customers are using the minutes, the more they are charged and the more they are churning. Here, similarly, you can see linear relationship between evening minutes and evening charges, and also for night minutes and night charges, the relation is linear. Now, the average calls on the basis of churn, the horizontal axis, we have the total day calls, and evening calls and night calls, and the average of all calls is plotted. This is almost same for all three columns. Now the average of minutes on the basis of churn, we are plotted here, and also we have plotted the average of charges on the basis of churn here. And the insights we found, for telecom service provider, calling and messaging are two essential product plans. Thus, optimizing voice call plans will definitely create a business impact. So now we will take a look at the customer service calls. So we have plotted a bar graph for this. Here in the horizontal axis, we have the number of customer service on the y-axis, and we have the percentage of churn. So now the horizontal axis, we have the number of customer service calls, which is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 9. And for the y-axis, we have the percentage of churn. So we can see from the graph that more than 50 of customers that are churning after they have called more than 5 times for the service center. So next we have the correlation heat map. Here for all the diagonal elements are 1, and in this you can see that there is a positive correlation between total day charge, total day minutes, which is 1. Same for the evening minutes and evening charges. The night and international charges are also, we can see that a customer service call is likely with all the columns, populated with all the columns, except for the area code. So for the solution of business objectives, we have some solutions like we have to modify international plan as the charge is same as normal one. Be proactive with communication. Ask for feedback often. Periodically throw offers to retain customers so that they will get some interest in your offers in your network. Look at the customers facing problem in the most of the churning states. Lean into best customers, regular service maintenance, solving poor network connectivity issue, define a roadmap for new customers, analyze churn when it happens, and stay competitive. So we have conclusion for our project. The 4 charge fields are directly related to the minute fields. The area code may not be relevant and can be excluded. Customers with the international plan tend to churn more often. Customers who have had 4 or more customer service calls churn significantly more than other customers. Customers with high day and evening minutes usage tend to churn at a higher rate. There is no clear relationship between churn and the variables such as day calls, evening calls, night calls, international calls, night minutes, international minutes, account length, or voicemail messages. So here our project is completed. Thank you.